Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. We are done with the first week of the Entei research event, and we're going to move on very shortly to the second week, well, the first day of the second week of the event. But first, let's wrap up everything that we need to finish. We've got 100 sleep points coming in, which puts us at 7,719 total sleep points. And for our daily lottery, we're going to grab, let's see, what are we going to get? We're going to get a small dream cluster. Not bad. Also, the last chance bundles are now available. Where are they at? Is it the top or the bottom? It is the bottom one. So the last chance bundles are now available. If you're interested in those, they are in the shop. And let's see. Let's jump into this sleep report, see how it goes, because that's going to determine how I'm going to handle things moving forward for this week. So hopefully things go well. And we don't have to try really hard this week, but we'll just have to wait and see. 9 hours, 48 minutes of sleep with, that's looking pretty balanced. 13% dozing, 45% snoozing, and 42% slumbering is looking pretty balanced to me. Still dozing though. Interesting. Okay. So we're going to get a very, very high drowsy power though. That's going to put us at like 150 something million, I think. 151, almost 0.5 million. So not bad. A lot of 2 stars. I mean, we'll just have to see. I did use that Entei incense last night. I briefly wrestled with actually not using it and using it tonight, since we have a smaller number of spawns that will show up. But honestly, I think we're still going to end up with 8 spawns tomorrow, so I don't think it would be any different. But for today, we've got 10 spawns. Hopefully no Entei in there, which means we did get the 2-star Entei. So we've got Delibird, Rattata, Psyduck, Banette, Gulpin, Flareon, another Banette, Butterfree, and Charmeleon. So the 2-star Entei is somewhere. The question is where? Not over here. Where are you, buddy? There you are. I'm just standing up. Meditative sleep. 42 mains just from that. That's nice. Very good. All right, meditative sleep. Now we're only missing the 3-star sleep style, but that is a long ways away. Probably not going to see that one for a very long time. All right, so who's hungry? Banette is hungry. Delibird's hungry. That went the right direction. Didn't go exactly the way we wanted. That is unfortunate. Okay, I think I know what we're going to do. Game is running very choppy today. Okay, so priority is Entei for right now. We need 2 biscuits worth to take it home. New inventory has been added. Very good. That means the cheap biscuits are back. Let's just buy 1. Maybe we'll get lucky and get a big hit, and that's all we need. Oh, whoa, back up. Back up. Almost messed up and fed the wrong thing. Entei biscuit. A big hit would be very nice. Would be very, 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 very nice. Nope, no big hit. Unfortunate, but we can still take it home. We just have to use 1 more biscuit than what I wanted. And then hope that it was worth the investment, because if this thing turns out bad, it's going to be very sad. But it is ours to take home now. All right, well, Entei maximum friendship points has been captured. The one last thing I want to do, actually, hold on. What do I want to do with this bonus biscuit? First and foremost, let's see. Actually, I want to feed the Delibird the bonus biscuit. Getting a better Delibird would be very good. That would be very good. So we have an okay one. Didn't quite get the critical capture. I do have an okay Delibird, but it's not as good as I want it to be. And unfortunately, we still need another 7 points to take it home. I might. You know what? No, let's leave it as is. We'll see what happens next time. Next time it shows up, but we will feed the Banette one biscuit just to see. No critical capture. All right, and that's gonna do it. So we're just gonna go home with the Entei today. Which still doesn't tell me exactly how this week is gonna go. Because I need to figure out if the Entei is actually good and our hunt is over, or if the hunt continues. All right, a decent amount of candy. Not too bad. 106 mains today. 10,124 research XP converted to dream shards and 26,789 dream shards. So about 37,000 in total. There it is. There's the Entei. Level 28 in Naive. Ooh. I don't remember Naive. All the ingredients. That's all right. That's pretty good. I do like a variety of ingredients on skill specialists since they're not on the team to specifically bring in ingredients. It just helps to have a little bit of everything brought in, whether it's for filler or to help with a specific goal. Let's see. So we're not starting off a skill level up. Helping speed. Helping speed is good. Research XP bonus. That's more dream shards. Ingredient finder, not good. Ingredient finder, also not good. Skill level up M. Skill level up M is something we definitely want since Entei does not evolve. Naive. Main skill chance down is terrible. Yeah, that's really bad. This one is going to be rated super low. Way worse than the first one we got. So the hunt is not over. Yeah. Very, very low PR because of that naive skill chance or main skill chance down. It ruins what Entei is on the team for. Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. Let's see. Let's just at level 25. 1.378. 1.378 per day is actually not bad. I mean, we're getting 1.8 right now with the first Entei, but I don't know. Yeah, no, I think 1.8 is just the natural. I don't think that's affected by the event. And then 1.3 is actually not too far down the list. It's not the worst. I don't know. This one's usable, but I don't think it's as good as the other one. No. If this was the first one we caught, I could make it work, but it's not as good as the other one. So we're probably going to send that one to the professor. A total PR of 6. That's pretty bad. Pretty bad. Odds of catching a better one, 90% across the board. 90% plus. Yikes. Yeah, this one's going to live with the professor. Let's move on. Now we know what to do with this week. The hunt continues, and now we just need to wrap up last week. Part of that is grabbing the last mission for going to bed on time, getting those 15 diamonds, and then now we can jump into the weekly summary, get that out of the way. Pretty sure that one night where I was up till like 2 a.m. is going to ruin my S rating for this week, but it's all good. It all balances out in the end. See you later, Snorlax. Got to Master 15. Weekly summary for week 44. Master 16 actually is what I got to. 1.5 million. 1,514,692 was the final strength for week 44 at Master 16 on Greengrass Isle, with 603,067 coming from berries and 911,625 from cooking. And we didn't even make every meal. I think towards the end of the week, there were about 6 meals that I skipped, maybe 5, somewhere around there. I was correct though. Overall grade of A gives 4 small handy candies. That's nice. They do pile up. Definitely going to go back to green grass. We don't get any extra area bonus because I am at the cap currently of 60%. So let's go ahead and go back. Let's see how things go. Probably not going to roll as nice of a favored berries as last week because getting dragon was very nice. Desserts and drinks. Wow, this Snorlax is certainly surprising. This Snorlax looks bigger than the usual ones. Maybe Entei's activity in the area caused something. I skipped it too fast. This Snorlax ought to make your sleep research more effective right from the start of the week. It ought to. But we're definitely gonna have to change it up. Definitely gonna have to change. Hey, another 20 diamonds for going to bed on time. Nice. Okay, before we do anything, we need to change things up. There's no new news, but we need to re-roll, so we're gonna have to use some easy tickets. All right, what are we gonna get? We need the curries again. And honestly, I don't care too much. There we go, curries. I was gonna say, I don't care too much about the berries this time around, since we are starting at, what is it, Ultra 1? Ultra 4, even better, yeah. So getting to Master 9 will happen a lot quicker. So I'm not as worried about the berries. It would be nice, but with that boost, we don't need to worry about it too much. I did get a medal. What did I get? Number of bug types, 70 studied. 15 diamonds. I'm just getting a ton of diamonds today, and I will not complain about it. 337 total sleep styles studied. We need 3 more to hit the next reward rank for whenever they increase that, if they stick with the same interval of 50. But for our community reports, we've got 44 of them with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Nope, 15 that doubled up. 4 of them were Entei. Very good results. I like that. I do believe that when I was looking at Entei, the Entei we caught, I think we have over 100 candies already, so that's pretty good. We did only get 15 mains from our friends, all level 5s. The community report main return is not so hot lately. But all right, let's collect our resources. We've got plenty of corn. We did get to a point where I felt comfortable with the ginger, so I did go ahead. Ooh, our bag is maxed. I forgot about that. Okay, we'll come back to this then. We'll make breakfast first. Let's get breakfast out of the way. Inferno corn, keema curry, of course. Our good camp ticket is still technically active, but it will not be for very much longer. I think we've got like another 30 minutes left. So we can take advantage of that right now. Let's go ahead and just throw in these potatoes and mushrooms. It would be very nice if we got an extra tasty right here, but I don't think it's gonna work. But we'll see. Either way, it's gonna be a very nice dish. No extra tasty. 56,451. Very, very nice. I have an idea. We have so many herbs right now, and we're about to collect even more, that I think I'm going to swap out that herb Dragonair for Flareon. And then once our herbs get a bit low, swap that Dragonair back in for somebody else. Ultra 5. Because we do need Flareon on the team since we're not going to have a good camp ticket. Because I don't think it's really necessary this time around. And I want to save the diamonds and have a good camp ticket for Suicune. I know we've got some time before that happens, but I'd rather play it safe and make sure that we have the diamonds. A lot of corn. That's good. Get some Entei candy. There we go. There's a skill trigger. 6,569 because of that +3 to the main skill level on Typhlosion. That's going to help a lot this week. And then I really would like to get a skill trigger on Charizard right now so we can see what that's going to look like. Master 1 already. Easy to do when you start at Ultra 4. No skill trigger there. I wanted to see what it was going to look like with the extra 3 levels on the main skill. But maybe we can... you know what? Before I do this, before I see if Entei has a skill trigger, let me... You are the one that has the herbs, right? I should have done a long press to double check, but I believe it's you. Yes, it is you. We'll swap in Flareon. And that way we have 4 fire types on the team. It's not the maximum that we can get from the from Entei's skill. It's not the maximum bonus, but it will help. And if we do get a skill trigger here, we should get... We did get a skill trigger, so we're going to get 7 rolls. That seems kind of low. I don't know why that felt low. I thought it would be like 9. Or maybe 9 is the maximum. Maybe that's where I'm messing up. Bunch of corn. Those extra 2 rolls is going to help a lot with the corn production this week. Ginger and herbs are going to be brought in by Typhlosion. And between Typhlosion and Dragonair, we should be able to keep up with the herbs. We actually ended up with, I think, an extra 50 herbs at the end of the week over what we started with. So I really don't think the herbs are going to be super... I don't think the herbs are going to be a problem to where we need that Dragonair on the team all week. So I think we're going to be fine leaving it the way it is. We may have to swap the Dragonair in later if things get a bit dicey, but just gonna see how things go first. But for now, did get Snorlax to Ultra 5 already. Let's see, the weekly missions. Get Snorlax to Ultra 5 for 15 mains, get to Master 2 for 25 mains, Master 5 for 40 mains, use 100 candies for 50 mains, stick to your bedtime 3 times for 50 mains, and cook 12 times for another 50 mains. So that is about 240. No, that's 230 total mains from this week's missions. So a decent amount. And then we've already completed Grade 2 because we started above that anyway, and then Ultra 4. So there's another small dream cluster. The rest of these, give out 15 biscuits may or may not happen, but the rest of these should be pretty easy. Befriend 10 Pokemon may or may not happen as well, actually. But Dream Shards, with hitting the maximum level, I don't think Dream Shards are going to be as much of a concern anymore. Especially with how this research has gone these last few days. I probably have a bunch of Dream Shards already. Let's see. How many Dream Shards do I have? Let's just look at you. Level up. Yeah, 166,000 Dream Shards. And I was at like 20,000 at the start of the event. So this event has been very nice to me with Dream Shards. So can't really complain about that too much. So yeah, I'm not really super worried about getting the Dream Shards from the mission. Like they are nice, don't get me wrong, it will add up, but it's not a huge concern anymore, at least currently. Everything else is looking pretty decent. The one last thing that I want to do is to go check. Let's expand all. and switch on over. We'll double check the team analysis and see how this is going to look with Flareon on the team now. There you are. So we are on green grass. We have, it's not Yachi berries. It is now these berries. And I think Durin is still the same. Either way, doesn't matter. It's not dragon berries, and this is the only non-fire type we have on the team. So the rest of it's not really that big a deal. You are now level 34. Actually, let me double check everybody else. I know you're 34. Entei is 27. Then Typhlosion is 31. Charizard is also 31. Just to be extremely accurate. All right. So now we've got 208,195. Oop, that is not 208,195. And the week ends on the 3rd at 4 a.m. So that's already correct. So as of right now, the prediction, let me try to move out of the way a little bit. You can see it like, where's it at? Right there. Master 15. You can just barely see it poking around the corner. Master 15 is still the current prediction, and that's without a good camp ticket. I've already turned the good camp ticket off in the settings. Still looking at Master 15, which is essentially what we did last week. 1,049,924. Yeah, I think we're going to be just fine this week. I don't think we have to worry about a good camp ticket or really trying terribly hard. I'm still going to make as many Kima Curries as possible, at least until we get to Master 9. Probably closer to Master 12. At that point, I might drop off because of how much Drowsy Power Entei does take just to spawn. You do want to have as much of an overabundance as possible to give him the room to spawn. But it's also looking like we might have to use the expensive... Well, no, we do have one cheap incense left. But unfortunately, these biscuits are going to be very expensive to buy. Getting a shiny Entei would just be like perfect scenario so that we only have to use one regular biscuit to catch it, but it's not looking good. That said, though, we could... Hold on. Let's see. It takes 5 biscuits to catch Entei. At 120 each, that's 600 mains. So I was going to say we could... We could get the Entei to spawn today. Wouldn't have enough main... Well, that's not entirely true. Depending on how things go in the research tomorrow, we could have enough mains to buy all 5 biscuits. Odds are it will take more than 5 biscuits to catch it anyway. I really don't want to spend that many mains if we don't have to. But unfortunately... The Entei research did not go as well for me as it did on the Raikou research, where the second one I caught with 2 sub-skill seeds, or 3, I can't remember, ends up being an 85 PR and very good. So unfortunately, Entei is not cooperating on the same level. But we're just going to have to wait and see how things go. I might use that Entei incense tonight. I'm kind of feeling like even if it does show up and we use it tonight, there's no guarantee we'll catch it, which is kind of a concern. Or I may just hold on to that Entei incense and see if we can get a natural one and use it towards the end of the week. Should have waited. I shouldn't have bought that Entei incense yet. I do plan to keep an Entei incense on me past the event and buy it anyway, but I should have waited and bought it later. But yeah, I think I am going to wait. I think I'm going to wait and see how this week goes. See if we can get a natural one to spawn and go from there. But give it a couple days. I may change my mind. I may grow impatient. We'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, that's going to be kind of the theme of this week, is just wait and see what happens and react to what happens. Not really have a 100% set plan other than just maximize strength as much as possible until we get to a point where we're comfortable. So yeah, that's gonna be the plan. But that's gonna be it for me today. Thank you for watching the video. Y'all have a good night, and until next time, later, dudes.